You see the success, the cars, the followers, the lifestyle, but you didn't see the years of being broke, the sleepless nights, the lonely grind when nobody believed. Success looks glamorous on the outside, but behind every overnight success is a decade of suffering that no one talks about. You don't see the sacrifices. You don't feel the self-doubt. You don't hear the silence when they were grinding in the dark. Everybody wants the results. Nobody wants the process. You think you can win without suffering? Then you're already losing. Success isn't a highlight reel. It's scars. It's failures. It's waking up mentally wrecked and showing up anyway. The problem, people fall in love with the idea of success, but the reality, it's pain, it's obsession, it's discipline. So if you want what they have, be ready to heart for it. Success doesn't come to the deserving, it comes to the relentless. Success isn't a lucky break, it's a daily war against laziness, fear, and comfort. Every small action you take when no one's watching, that's the foundation of your future empire. Success isn't given, it's taken by those who grind in silence, rise after every fall, and refuse to quit. No applause needed. Success doesn't care about your feelings, it listens to your actions. Most people want success until they realize the price is suffering and silence. Success is lonely because weak minds quit halfway. You don't get what you want, you get what you work for, relentlessly. Success doesn't knock, it waits for you to break the damn door down. Discipline builds success when motivation is dead. Success is not a goal, it's a lifestyle of outworking, outlasting, and outlearning everyone. Every excuse you make, that's a brick wall between you and success. Success isn't for the smartest, it's for the ones too stubborn to quit. Success demands sacrifices you're not ready for until you stop making excuses and start making moves. Real success isn't the car, the fame, the likes. It's waking up broken and grinding anyway. It's silence, sacrifice, sleepless nights no one sees. It's pain you don't talk about, relationships you've lost, joy you've traded for progress.
Discipline builds success when motivation is dead. Success is not a goal. It's a lifestyle of outworking, outlasting, and outlearning. Every excuse you make is a brick wall between you and success. Success isn't for the smartest, it's for the ones too stubborn to quit. Most people think success comes from luck, favors, or perfect timing. That's the loser's mindset. Success doesn't fall into your lap. You don't wait to be chosen. You choose yourself. You claim it. You'll fight for it. It's not a gift, it's a conquest. Winners don't wait for permission. They take what's theirs. And here's the hard truth. Failure is guaranteed on the path to success. The difference? Achievers get back up. Again, and again, and again. It's not about how hard you fall. It's about how fast you rise. Resilience is the price of progress. And if you can't pay that price, you'll stay exactly where you are, watching others take what could have been yours.
Let's cut the bullshit! You want success? You want respect? You want to stop feeling like a failure every time you look in the mirror? Then wake the hell up! Discipline isn't optional, it's mandatory! Want to crush it? Want to be free? Want to look back at your life and not be like, OMG, what if? Then you gotta get cozy with discipline, because it's the only thing that truly counts in this crazy world. You don't need motivation, you need discipline. Cold, ruthless, unforgiving discipline. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're broke, if life slapped you in the face this morning. Discipline says get up anyway. It's brutal, it's harsh. It's the only thing that separates the people who talk about success from the people who bleed for it. You call that dedication? Look at your life. Really look. Same lazy excuses, same comfort routines, same dreams rotting while you scroll, snack, and lie to yourself. I'll start tomorrow. That's not dedication. That's delusion. Everybody wants the spotlight, but no one wants the grind in the dark. That's where killers are built. Dedication isn't a mood swing. It's not about being hyped for a weekend. It's about showing up when it's boring, when it's lonely, when no one gives a damn. Champions aren't born, they're built. In the cold, in the shadows, in the grind that would break quitters in hours. You don't become great by saying you will. You become great by doing. When you're tired, when you're broke, when you're invisible, when you're bleeding. Dedication is suffering, on purpose. It's showing up when you hate it. It's finishing what you started, even if it takes years. Even if you fail 100 times. Even if the world laughs and moves on. Because true dedication isn't for applause. It's for the person staring back at you in the mirror. That's a promise you don't break. You want results? Then stop faking it. Stop trying. Stop treating your goals like some weekend hobby. If you're not all in, you're already out. Dedication doesn't need motivation. It builds momentum. It doesn't beg for comfort. It demands progress. So ask yourself, are you just talking? Or are you really living it? If you're not bleeding for it, you don't want it. Now shut up. Go prove you do.
You don't need motivation. You need to stop quitting.
That's the truth no one wants to hear. You don't fail because you're not smart, not talented, not lucky. You fail because you start strong and fade fast. No one who's ever achieved anything great relied on motivation. They relied on discipline, on showing up when they felt like crap. Most people blame everything except the truth. I'm not smart enough. They had connections. I didn't get the break. But the real reason, you didn't last. You showed up with passion on day 1, but not on day 20. Not when it got boring. Not when results didn't come fast. Talent? Useless without consistency. Luck only favors those who stay in the game long enough to catch it. The people who win aren't always the best. They're the ones who never left. So stop blaming the world. Your downfall isn't your IQ, your past, or your circumstances. It's your inability to stay the damn course.
You're not losing because you're not talented. You're losing because you can't stay consistent. And that's why you'll stay average until you fix it. Everyone talks about goals, dreams, big visions, but none of it means a damn thing without consistency. One good workout, one productive day, one burst of motivation, it's worthless if you can't show up again tomorrow. Consistency is boring. It's repetitive. It's thankless. But it's the only thing that separates the winners from the wannabes. The ones who win aren't the most talented. They're the ones who refuse to skip the work. Most people quit when it's not exciting anymore. You need to become the one who executes, even when no one's clapping, when no one's watching, when no one cares. Because success isn't about intensity. It's about repetition. Brick by brick, day after day. Be consistent, or be irrelevant. Simple.
You're not tough. You're just tired of lying to yourself.
You want to be unstoppable? Then get relentless. Get disciplined. Because talent without discipline is useless, and effort without relentlessness is a joke.
Look at your life, not the highlight reel you post. The truth, the unfinished goals, the excuses wrapped in someday, the weak mornings, the skipped workouts, the dreams rotting in notes on your phone. You know why? You lack discipline, and without it, you are nothing. Relentless isn't shouting about your goals. It's doing them in silence, while the world sleeps, while your body begs to quit, while no one claps, no one sees, no one gives a damn.
Relentless isn't a word, it's a lifestyle. It's waking up when your body begs to sleep. It's pushing when your mind screams quit. It's refusing to take a single day off because greatness doesn't negotiate with weakness. Discipline, that's the price of admission. No shortcuts, no cheat codes, just raw, unglamorous grind. Day after day when no one's watching and no one's clapping. You don't find motivation, you build it through action. You think talent wins? Wrong! The most dangerous people in the world aren't the gifted ones. They're the ones too stubborn to stop. The ones who outwork, outlast, and outsuffer everyone else. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being unbreakable. When you fail, you rise. When you bleed, you fight. When the world tells you no, you scream. Watch me. Dude, the clock is ticking. The competition isn't sleeping. Will you be relentless, or will you be forgotten? The choice is yours. Now, get to work.
The 1% mindset isn't about being better than others. It's about never settling for average. Most people want results. The 1%, they obsess over the process. Day in, day out, no shortcuts. A 1% mindset outworks talent every single time. Discipline is the language the 1% speaks fluently. They don't need hype. They don't wait to feel ready. They move because discipline demands it. Rejection? The 1% turns it into rocket fuel. Comfort zones? Graveyards for those who quit on their potential. The 1% doesn't care about short-term applause. They're locked on long-term wins. Quiet, consistent, relentless. Excuses don't exist in a 1% mind. Only execution does. You won't hear them brag, but you'll feel their presence, because consistency becomes undeniable. The 1% mindset isn't about talent or luck. It's the daily choice to push when others pause, to grow in silence, to embrace discomfort as the price of progress. Small, relentless improvements compound into unshakable dominance over time. Most people wait for motivation. The 1%, they act on discipline. They don't need inspiration. They have a mission. Every morning they choose the hard path because they know excellence isn't built in bursts. It's forged in consistent, unseen effort that never quits. The 1% mindset sees setbacks as setups. While others make excuses, they make adjustments. They don't fear failure, they fear mediocrity. Every challenge, fuel, every loss, a lesson. They don't chase results. They become the kind of person results can't ignore.
Hey, I don't know what you're carrying right now, but I know it's heavy, and I know you've been carrying it alone for a long time. You wake up and stare at the ceiling, not because you're lazy, but because you can't see a single reason to move. You put on your smile for work. You laugh when you're supposed to, but inside, you're screaming so loud it feels deafening. And when someone asks, "How are you?" you say, "I'm fine." Then sit in your car and cry, wondering if anyone will ever notice that you're not.
When you feel broken, never give up. Because that feeling, that pain, it's not the end of your story. It's the part that shapes you. The part that forges something deeper. I know it hurts. I know it feels like no one sees what you're carrying, but you're still here. And that means you haven't lost. Look around you. Look within you. Life, in its magnificent complexity, will inevitably bring moments that test your very core. Moments when the weight of the world feels too heavy. When the path ahead seems to vanish into thin air. When the echoes of disappointment are deafening. Moments, my friends, when you feel truly, utterly broken. You might be tired. You might be on the floor, but broken is not finished. Broken is not failure. Broken just means you've been through something real. Something that tried to stop you, but didn't. And that matters. That means something. You're not weak for feeling like this. You're human. And humans break, but they also rebuild. You rebuild in silence, in moments no one sees. You rebuild every time you get back up when quitting feels easier. There is no shame in breaking, but there is power in rising. And if all you can do today is stand, then stand. If all you can do is crawl, then crawl. But never let go of that fight inside you. People might doubt you. Life might test you. But the only voice that truly matters is the one inside that says, keep going. Even if you have nothing left, you've still got your will. And sometimes that's enough to move mountains. You weren't built to quit. You were built to endure, built to overcome, built to rise from your own ashes and come back stronger than before. This moment of pain will pass, but the strength you build here, that stays. So don't give up. Not now. Not ever. You're too close to becoming who you were born to be. Broken. Maybe. But defeated. Never. You're not done yet. So breathe, reset, and rise again. Feeling broken doesn't disqualify you. It qualifies you to come back deeper, wiser, and more powerful. So don't let your pain become your identity. Don't let your past write your future. You are more than what's been done to you. More than your mistakes. More than your struggles. This is not how your story ends. This is how it transforms. So hold on, not because it's easy, but because you're capable of more than you know. And the world needs what only you can bring. Never give up, not because it's easy, but because you've already come so far. And the person you're becoming is worth every tear, every setback, every broken piece. So breathe, keep going, and trust healing is on the way. No matter how hard it gets, it is not over until I win. I don't care how tired I am. I don't care how broken I feel. I'm not stopping here. Pain is real. Struggle is real. But so is my will to keep going. So I'll stand up, even if I've got to do it with shaking legs. I'll keep moving forward, even if every step feels like a battle. Quitting is not an option. Doubt can scream. Fear can knock. But I won't answer the door, because I've made a promise to myself that no matter what happens, I will finish what I started. I've come too far to fold now. I've cried for this. I've bled for this. I've sacrificed everything for this. And that pain I feel, that's just fuel. Fuel for the fire that's been burning inside me since day one. Let the setbacks come. Let the storms hit. I'm not running. I'm not hiding. I'll push through it. I'll climb through it. I'll crawl if I have to. But I will not stay down, because my goal is not to survive. My goal is to win. You think this pain is going to stop me? No! This pain is going to make me. Every tear, every scar, every sleepless night, it's all building something. It's building the version of me that no excuse, no failure, no critic can break. So when it gets hard, and it will, I'll remind myself why I started. I'll lock in on the vision, the mission, the dream that pulled me this far. I will not be denied. I will not be shaken. This isn't the end. This is the test, and I'm not going anywhere until I pass it. So push through the pain, push through the doubt, push through the days when everything in you wants to quit, because on the other side of all that is the win, and I'm not stopping until I reach it. Push through the pain, not because it's easy, but because you owe it to yourself, to the version of you who dreamed this dream before the world tried to talk you out of it. That person believed you could, so why stop now? This is your fight, your journey, your legacy being built, one painful step at a time. So dig deep, find that fire, use it to light your way through the darkness, because no matter how hard it gets, you don't quit, you don't fold, you don't walk away, you don't give up your seat at the table, you push through the pain, and you win. When you want to give up, just keep going, because that feeling, the urge to quit, it always shows up right before the breakthrough. Your mind starts telling you it's not worth it, that you're not good enough, that it's too hard, too slow, too painful. But that's the test. That's life asking you, how bad do you really want this? Anybody can keep going when it's easy. Anybody can smile when they're winning. But real strength, that shows up when everything feels like it's falling apart. You don't grow when it's comfortable. You grow when it's crushing. You grow when you're tired, but you keep moving anyway. You grow when you cry, wipe your face, and still take the next step. Every time you choose to keep going, you take your power back. Every time you keep pushing, you're rewriting your story. You're proving to yourself that you're not a quitter. You're not weak. You're not done. You are becoming the kind of person that doesn't stop just because it hurts. You are becoming the kind of person who finds a way, even when there is no way. And even if you're crawling, shaking, barely holding on, you're still in the fight. You're still in the game. So when your heart says give up, but your soul whispers, keep going. Listen to your soul. Keep moving. One step, one breath, one fight at a time. Because this is how you win. Not all at once, but by refusing to quit, by staying in it, by finishing what you started. Keep going, not because it's easy, but because you've already invested too much to stop now. Too much time, too much heart, too much of yourself. And the person you're becoming, it's worth every hard second. You don't need motivation to keep going. You just need a reason. One reason to take one more step. One more breath, one more try. So find that reason, hold on to it, let it pull you through the dark. People don't fail because they aren't strong enough. They fail because they stop before the breakthrough, before the miracle, before the moment everything changes, and you don't know how close you are. None of us do. So don't quit today. Don't quit tomorrow. Don't quit just because it hurts. Because pain is temporary. Regret lasts forever. And if you keep going just a little further, you might just make it. So breathe, stand tall, and keep moving. Even if you stumble, even if you bleed, even if you break, just keep going. Get up and get it done, because you can do it. You've already got everything you need to start right now. Not tomorrow, not after you get more sleep, not after you wait for the perfect moment. Right now, that idea in your head, that goal burning in your chest, it's not just there for fun. It's there because it's yours, and it's time to move on it. You've waited long enough. You've thought about it, talked about it, dreamed about it. Now it's time to do something about it. No more excuses. No more maybe tomorrow. No more waiting for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist. The perfect time is the moment you decide to take action. You don't need everything figured out. You just need to take the first step. You just need to move, because movement creates momentum, and momentum changes everything. You've got strength inside you that you haven't even tapped into yet. You've got potential waiting to be unlocked, but you'll never know what you're capable of if you keep sitting still. Get up when you're tired. Get up when you're doubting. Get up when you're scared. Get up when it feels like nothing's working, especially then, because that's when growth is happening. That's when your future self is being built. That's when you're becoming the person who doesn't give up. Whatever the goal is, it's not going to chase you. You have to chase it. You have to demand it from yourself, not once, every day. So wake up hungry, wake up focused, wake up with something to prove to yourself. This is your time, this is your window. So get up and get it done, because you've got what it takes, and deep down, you know it. Don't overthink it. Don't make it bigger than it is. Just take one step, then another, then another. Progress isn't made all at once. It's built piece by piece, effort by effort, day by day. You think other people have it figured out? They don't. Nobody does. They just decided to act anyway, to push forward even when they weren't sure. And so can you. So stop doubting yourself. Stop asking if you're ready. Just start. Do the work. Make the call. Take the risk. Because the only way to know if you can is to try. You were made for this. For the grind. For the climb. For the fight. So get up. Get after it. And prove to yourself that you are exactly what you've been looking for. Ask ChatGPT.
When you're going through tough times, remember, pain is temporary. It may feel like it's going to last forever, but it won't. Every storm runs out of rain. Every wound eventually heals. And this season you're in right now, it's just that, a season. Look at you, standing strong, even when the ground beneath you feels shaky. Life, in its unpredictable rhythm, will inevitably bring seasons of storms. Moments when the clouds gather, when the rain falls relentlessly, and the winds howl with challenges. Moments when you feel overwhelmed, when your spirit is weary, and the pain, oh, the pain, feels like it will never end. You may be hurting, you may be tired, you may be wondering how much longer you can take it. But I promise you, there's something waiting on the other side of this pain. Growth, strength, a version of you that can't be broken. Pain isn't here to destroy you, it's here to develop you. You've got to stop thinking this moment defines your life. It doesn't. It's just a page, not the whole story. Tough times build tough people. And the fact that you're still standing means you're tougher than you think. So don't give in to the voice that tells you to quit. Don't let the pain become your identity. Feel it, face it, but don't bow to it. Because this pain will pass, but the strength you build from it will last. You weren't born to break. You were built to bend, then bounce back. And right now, in this very moment, you are being refined, not punished, prepared. Prepared for the life you said you wanted. So keep walking. Keep breathing, keep showing up. It might not be easy, but easy never made anyone unstoppable. You're in the fire now, but you're coming out gold. And one day soon, you'll look back at this season and realize it didn't break you, it built you. You don't have to enjoy the pain. You don't have to pretend it doesn't hurt. Just remind yourself, this is not my final destination. This is just where I am right now, and I'm still moving forward. People forget that growth happens in the dark. In the unseen places, when nobody's watching, when you're alone with your thoughts, that's when you build strength. That's when you become someone who can't be broken. So breathe through it. Take one more step, one more breath, one more try. Because on the other side of this pain is a stronger version of you. A version that needed this moment to become who they were meant to be. Pain doesn't define you. What you do in the middle of it does. So don't quit. Don't give up. Don't let go just before the breakthrough. Hold on. Keep going. Trust that healing is on the way. Because pain is temporary, but what you build through it lasts forever.
When all hope is lost, I will not quit. When the lights go out and the silence is deafening, I will not quit. When the world turns its back and no hand reaches out, I will not quit. Because even when it feels like I've got nothing left, I still have me. And as long as I've got breath in my lungs and fire in my gut, I'm not done. I've been broken. I've been tired. I've felt worthless. But I've never let that be the end of my story. Pain doesn't get the final word. I do. And every time I rise when it's hard, I write a new chapter. One where I survive. One where I evolve. One where I win. People don't see the battles I fight in my head. They don't feel the weight I carry in my chest. But that's okay. I'm not here for their validation. I'm here because quitting is not in my blood. There's something in me. A whisper. A roar. That says keep going. Even when the path is dark, I take the next step blind. Even when I'm bleeding inside, I push one more time. Not because it's easy, because it matters. I may be outnumbered, I may be outmatched, but I am never out of fight. When all hope is gone, I create my own. When faith fades, I build it back brick by brick. You can't break someone who refuses to stay broken. You can't stop someone who keeps moving when everything screams stop. This isn't about talent. It's about heart. It's about grit. It's about showing up when you've got nothing left to give. So no, I won't quit. I won't back down. I won't fold. Because my purpose is bigger than my pain, and my will is stronger than my wounds. Hope may leave me, strength may fail me, but I'll never fail myself. I am still breathing. I am still trying. And that means my story isn't over. I am not done. I am not broken. I am rising. And I will not quit. Don't quit because it hurts. Don't quit because you're tired. Don't quit because it's taking longer than you thought. Because one day you'll look back at this moment and realize this was the time you decided not to give up. And that decision changed everything. Hope may be lost, but courage, that's still yours. So breathe deep, tighten your grip, and keep going. Because the world needs someone who refuses to quit, and that someone is you. You are not defined by your brokenness. You are defined by your unwavering commitment to heal, to grow, to rise. So stand tall, dust yourself off, and remember that within you is an unyielding flame. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep fighting for the extraordinary life you deserve. You are stronger than you know. You are more resilient than you can imagine. When all hope is lost, I will not quit. When the lights go out and the silence is deafening, I will not quit. When the world turns its back and no hand reaches out, I will not quit. Because even when it feels like I've got nothing left, I still have me. And as long as I've got breath in my lungs and fire in my gut, I'm not done. I've been broken. I've been tired. I've felt worthless. But I've never let that be the end of my story. Pain doesn't get the final word. I do. And every time I rise when it's hard, I write a new chapter. One where I survive. One where I evolve. One where I win. People don't see the battles I fight in my head. They don't feel the weight I carry in my chest. But that's okay. I'm not here for that validation. I'm here because quitting is not in my blood. There's something in me. A whisper, a roar that says keep going. Even when the path is dark, I take the next step blind. Even when I'm bleeding inside, I push one more time. Not because it's easy, because it matters. I may be outnumbered, I may be outmatched, but I am never out of fight. When all hope is gone, I create my own. When faith fades, I build it back brick by brick. You can't break someone who refuses to stay broken. You can't stop someone who keeps moving when everything screams stop. This isn't about talent. It's about heart. It's about grit. It's about showing up when you've got nothing left to give. So no, I won't quit. I won't back down. I won't fold, because my purpose is bigger than my pain, and my will is stronger than my wounds. Hope may leave me. Strength may fail me, but I'll never fail myself. I am still breathing. I am still trying, and that means my story isn't over. I am not done. I am not broken. I am rising, and I will not quit. Don't quit because it hurts. Don't quit because you're tired. Don't quit because it's taking longer than you thought. Because one day, you'll look back at this moment and realize this was the time you decided not to give up. And that decision changed everything. Hope may be lost, but courage, that's still yours. So breathe deep, tighten your grip, and keep going, because the world needs someone who refuses to quit, and that someone is you. You are not defined by your brokenness. You are defined by your unwavering commitment to heal, to grow, to rise. So stand tall, dust yourself off, and remember that within you is an unyielding flame. Keep going, keep believing, keep fighting for the extraordinary life you deserve. You are stronger than you know. You are more resilient than you can imagine, and your comeback story is waiting to be written. Never give up. The world needs your light.